we're on to set number 3, but let's look at some highlights from that set to remember. The Lady Warriors led early in this set, Charo. What happened? How did that turn around?
It's really because of their errors. They have given so many free points to the water defenders at nahirapan na naman sila. And we've talked about this, no? Yung reception nila is the key for them to make sure that they can set up good combination plays. Kasi right now, the blocking of the water defenders is really good. They were able to adjust. Dikit na dikit ang dalawang blocks and we can see na yung butas lang nila is the same place. It's really cross-court.
Look at some of the, remember they started off 5-0 and you look, first set we had 3 and 4 errors, now it's 7 and 10. The attack numbers have gone down.
Everything is almost the same. It's really the unforced errors for the Lady Warriors, so they need to do something about that. Is it a mental factor? Is it because they're now less confident, so they have to make sure that this is the set that they bring in the heart of the champion again.
The attack numbers are down because obviously both teams having reception errors. Di sila maka-set up ng maganda. The defending champions now down 2 sets. So they have to come back and force a 5th if they want to win in this game number 1. At para po sa Lady Warriors, they have been involved in 3 5-setters so far in the Open Conference. They've won it all though.
Yes.
3-0 here. In 5-setters, so this is a test for them. As Jessie De Leon, another player na nabanggit natin sa pregame kanina, Charo, now coming in for the very first time. She had 9 points, by the way, in that game number 3 in the semis. So titignan natin. Little change here. Para naman sa water defenders, is there anything still, in your opinion, Charo, na kailangan pa nilang baguhin? 2-0, the tendency to relax is always there.
There really is a tendency to relax when you're up by 2, and you can really sense that your opponent is also not as aggressive. So Coach Roger needs to talk to her players, and the team captain would also need to talk to their players to make sure that there's still fire in all their hits, and they have to focus on this game because we know that Lady Warriors has done it before time and time again, and they can do it now. Depende yan sa water defenders.
Not an ideal start para dito sa Lady Warriors. Down 2 right away in 3rd set.
And that's just a single back coming from the board. Hindi nagawa ng paraan. Ginoo.
Giselle C. underhands this one. Off speed. A sense of urgency. Now, again, itong mga Lady Warriors have a knack of coming back. So, whether it's in a series or in a game, so never count them out. If you're Coach Roger Goriev and you're the girls of the water defenders, you know, may abilidad eh.
Yes, meron talaga. Now, sa water defenders, they really need to have that killer instinct if they want this done in 3-0.
Malabanan again!
Right, then, yan na ang sinasabi nating killer instinct na kanina pa natin nakikita kami from the water defenders.
She's a girl who didn't even want to play volleyball at the start. Nag-try pa mag-basketball for a while, but look at her. We love the fact that she's here and doing her thing. In the meantime, balik tayo kay Angelique Manto.
Kahit na pang 5 laro pa lamang ito ni Heather Ginoo kasama ang Lady Warriors, sa ibang klaseng contribution na ang ibinibigay nito. Kulang na nga lang daw verbal contribution nito sa loob at labas ng court. Tama naman daw yung kwento ni Coach Rico na tahimik ito, but she needs to overcome her shyness of being in a new crowd now that she's with a bunch of happy and energetic girls. Pero hindi nyo isipin na mahiyain talaga itong si Heather dahil all-around performer daw ito. Dancer, singer, at isama na natin ang pagiging gymnast niya noon. Heather definitely has a lot of tricks in her sleeve, pero tignan natin kung ano nga ba yung i-contribute niya sa kanyang kupunan to help her teammates come back on this game. Balik sa inyo, Women Charo.
14 points ng game number 3 ng semis. Maraming salamat, Angelique. De Leon, check there by Sato. Gohing puts it back in play. Nepomuceno, that's a tough angle, and then pinanggagalingan ng bola.
Yeah, she wanted to really go for that hit. However, it was a missed hit, and it sailed outside of the court.
Water defenders, 3-point lead in set number 3. And the girl from the OC, Jerry Malabanan serving. Another tough one. Another reception problem.
Yes, it's really another reception problem. And again, they're trying to force the ball. Hirap na rin po ngayon mag-adjust ang Lady Warriors sa napakabigat na services ni Malabanan. Let's see how the next point will be.
6-2. Malabanan delivering. C. Choosing De Leon in the middle. And again, it is Sato who sees the play evolving, Charo.
Sato has been really one of the more cerebral blockers, no? And she can really read now the sets of Giselle C. Kitang-kita niyang binigay diretso kay De Leon ang bola, and she was right there. She didn't even need to move.
Her improvement started actually in the second round of the UAP. She became more comfortable, more confident, and that connection with Naborov, of course, coming into play. At naidala niya dito sa open conference ng ating PVL. So, and on cue, she scores, gets it on the line.
Again, that Risa Sato, Jasmine Nabor connection, and you can really see, no? Even the set of Jasmine Nabor was coming from the middle of the court already.
8-2 is our score. Magbabalik po kami. Babalik po tayo dito sa loob ng Philoy Flying V Center. Good Vibes Freeze Moment brought to you by Creamline. Good vibes, Creamline, creamy ice cream. 6-point lead early in this third set. Malabanan still serving for the water defenders.
We really need to talk about also the receiving and the digging of both teams, no? Ngayon, sa non-scoring skills natin, Pantone with 16 excellent digs and Goheng with 11.
And again, Pantone doing it so quietly.
I tell you, she's very, very reliable. You don't need to hear her. She's just there. Yes.
And she doesn't mind also not getting accolades and attention. C sends it back. Nabor, kitnit na naman kay Sato, and as usual.
Time and time again, we have seen it. Risa Sato, and she's very versatile. She can hit on her left and she can hit on her right. So if Dadang doesn't have another blocker with her, then Risa Sato can easily get some points for the water defenders.
9-3 is our score. We're live on SNA, and of course we're also online. You heard them earlier, Cassie Gormley and Alfred Valbuena joining us from across here at the Philoy Flying V Center. You know, usually, Cassie, pag ganito pagkakataon, we ask you questions. But it's special today because we have Charo, so I'll ask you and Alfred to ask Charo a question about anything. One each for both of you.
May hashtag Ask Charo din pala kayo dyan?
Yes. Kailangan namin ng mga words of wisdom ni Miss Charo Soriano.
Yan.
Sige, Miss Charo Soriano, with your experience in the volleyball world, how likely is it na maka-bounce back pa ang ating mga Lady Warriors to gain set number 3?
There are a lot of determinants, no, that you can really sense when it comes to guessing or forecasting kung sino yung team that will win. And one of the things that's qualitative for me is, of course, yung feeling, no, yung sense of the fighting spirit. And right now, medyo nahihirapan si Pocari Lady Warriors because they're having a lot of errors also in this game. So we can see kung yung leadership nila Myla Pablo and of course Nepomuceno and the playmaking of Giselle C, will see if those will make a difference. But very important for them to be aggressive. There is no tomorrow for them. This is the third set and Water Defenders is up by 5. So tingnan natin kung anong mangyayari.
Yes, tingnan if aangat ba.
Yes.
Alfred?
Yes, Miss Charo. Ano bang ginagawang tama ngayon ng mga Water Defenders na nahihirapan ang mga Lady Warriors na alam natin mas experiencado yung mga Lady Warriors?
We can really see that they're activating their middle more. So you can see the Jasmine Nabor and Risa Sato connection. When you activate your middle more, mahihirapan ang blocking ni Pocari, and that's what they were able to do. They were able to split the block, and more often than not, Risa Sato will only have one block against Dadang or one block against Panaga. And Risa is very versatile in hitting left and right. You can't leave her alone with just one blocker. And that's because also of the good defensive plays and good reception of the Water Defenders. If they keep this up, then I think I really think that they will win this game 1 of the series.
At yan ang
Yes,
mga
thank you,
words
Miss.
of wisdom ni Miss Charo Soriano. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you
Maraming
very
salamat
much.
din sa inyo.
Thank you, Cassie and Alfred, of course, doing a splendid job online on PremierVolleyballLeague.com and, of course, sports.abs-cbn.com/livestream/PVL. We are #2 trending right now on Twitter, the hashtag PVL on ABS-CBN. Partly, I'm sure it's the game. Partly, it's because Charo Soriano's doing the game today
And
here.
also because I'm with Boom.
No, I know. No, definitely not the case. But what about Jerry Lee Malabanan unleashing another bomb? Naku, magang-magana. Itong Abante, 7
Yes,
na.
medyo malaki-laki na yung Abante and you can really
Biggest
see.
lead on any set, Charo.
Correct. And you can really see medyo talagang nahihirapan mag-adjust ang Lady Warriors. And it all starts with reception.
Sato, tinulak pa kabila. Gohing, Kasilag, who had a great first set. And that, they will run out of space. As the Lady Warriors have to inch back dito sa ating game for set number 3.
If you see a team who leads with 6 points, pero ganun pa rin ang habol nila sa bola, yan ang isang team na mahirap talaga talunin.
Oh, kita mo, sabi, life thoughts, it's the same that I think. Tinatanong si Charo, is it really your first time? Seems you've been doing this for years.
Also because I have a very good mentor. Thank you so much,
Mentor,
Boom,
wow.
for our pre-broad
Very
meeting.
welcome.
He was able to brief me rather well.
Art Felipe, again, same thing from Art. It sounds like a natural.
Thank you so much, Art, for that. Again, I credit my being natural, of course, with Boom and with the ABS-CBN team.
Well, yes, for sure. Our
all their
producers, our
mentorship.
directors,
Yes,
Miss Malu, and of
yes.
course, Direk Alneri. Mas gusto mo ba dyan kesa mag-play?
Medyo mahirap yung tanong na yan. Of course, if
Nothing
given,
compares to
if
playing,
given
right?
the chance to play and be here, I would love to
Yes.
do both.
Right. Play and then have a headphones on while you're playing. Thank you for your questions over Twitter as Gohing dives and keeps that alive. 13-9. Apat na lang ang Abante. 7 ito kanina. C opens up to Kasilag. Kasilag with the approach, and she puts it away. And again, the fighting spirit of the Lady Warriors evident na naman at humabol from 7 points down, a 4-0 run. Timeout, Coach Roger. Makinig tayo.
Tumatakbo doon sa gitna yung bola, iniiwanan mo, di ba? Punta dito yung bola eh. Kabatatan, nagiging habit mo na yan. Pag pumupunta dito, pinakukuha mo doon. Kunin mo ng kunin. Ha? Pagka yung mabibilis eh. Pinilit mo kay dito eh. Pinilit mo kay Sato eh. Ang lalaki nung block, ang bagal nung dating sa'yo ng bola. Pwersahin mo yung quick. Diba? Pag dikit na yung bola sa net, pwede mo na sungkitin eh. Huwag mo nang pwersahin. Kunin mo yung timing. Ha?
13-6 ang ating talaan, 4-0 run mula sa Lady Warriors. Kaya napilitan si Coach Roger magtawag ng timeout. Mr. Suzuki-san, Shinichi Suzuki, President, of course, of the Lady Warriors, Pocari. 13-10.
We can see if the water defenders will adjust after that timeout.
There's a net violation. That's unfortunate. We don't have a lot today. Napansin mo, Charo, wala tayong masyadong net violations or touches today. It's been that kind of a game.
And it also happened in a very unfortunate
Yun lang.
time. Dahil
Nakahabol.
nagahabol ang Pocari Lady Warriors.
Nabor now serving. Gohing pinilit. Kunin.
Again, another error coming from the Lady Warriors, and I hope this does not end here for them.
I want to get your thoughts, Charo, on that girl. This spectacular rookie setter this year sa UAAP, and how she has evolved from an attacker in her first year and a wonderful setter right away in the second year.
One of the remnants of being a good player is being able to adjust to whatever it is that the team may or may not need. No?
Right.
So coming from, with that being said, Sinabor, which she needs to be a spiker, she will be, but a setter.
She touched the net there
Yes. The ball was too close to the net.
in an
also.
attempt for a one-hand set dahil yun na lang, sinisave na lang niya yung bola doon. But yes, you were saying, yeah, how
Yes, I was saying, when she needs to be a setter, she will be there for the team. But of course, if they need a playmaker, then she can also be that for the water defenders.
you see a good future for her, right?
I really see a bright future
Very,
for
yeah.
her.
I think she might have a bestseller award in the UAP in the offing in the future. Meantime,
They're trying to contest the call of the first referee.
So 3-point lead. Panaga serving. 12 serving 15. Third set. Urdas. Panaga receiving. Dadang binadala sa kabila. Swerte sila doon. They got lucky there as Sato. We had 3 net violations. Just as I said.
Very rare net violation also coming from Risa Sato.
Just as I said that we're not getting a lot of net touches. 3 after that. But more importantly for the fans ng ating Lady Warriors na nanonood ngayon sa SNA, dalawa na lang kanilang hinahabol. Galing 7. Make that 1. So they had this charge kanina at the end of the second set.
We were talking kanina about the fighting spirit of the teams, no? And you can really see now there was a switch. I don't know if it was because Dadang is in front and she's always been a leader, or if Myla Pablo is dictating the back row, but there was a switch. And we can really see na talagang nag-adjust ang Lady Warriors natin.
And by the way, they're doing this without Pablo doing a lot of work, Charo. It's all been the others, as you put it. Their MVP has been doing the little things. Pero sila, ito, in this case, Kaine Pomuceno.
Much like their last game, no, talaga nag-step up rin ng mga other players.
Yes.
Nakikita talaga natin. Kaine Pomuceno asking for the ball, Elaine Casilag asking for the ball, Dadang doing her blocks. And of course, Panaga, who has been serving.
Solidly.
Yes.
Yeah, look at that. Another good serve. Urdas. Oh, this time she gets it. Again, stops the bleeding.
Second technical timeout.
Pareho-pareho. Nung tumabla ang Lady Warriors, naka-score itong water defender. 16-15 po ang ating tara. Magbabalik po kami. Po yung nanonood ng Premier Volleyball League Game number 1, ang ating Open Conference Finals. Live po on SNA and SNA HD. Boom Gonzalez with Charo Soriano doing game number 1 and set number 3, 16-15.
Lady Warriors saying it's not over yet.
Yes. But Aiko Urdas wanting not to relinquish that lead at nakuha nila at 16-15. Jerry Malabanan getting ready to serve. And 2 sets to love lead para sa kanila. Bumalik ang bola.
Good blocking coming from the side of the water defenders. Very good timing by Risa Sato and Gretchen Sultones. Again, Risa is not as tall as the other blockers, but we have to talk about her timing.
Yes.
She really knows when to jump and when to press the ball.
Also one of the better servers of their team. Casilag sa gitna. That's it. Coach Roger is asking for a violation from behind.
No, yes. Elaine Casilag is still front row. So the hit was actually a legal hit.
Oh, ngayon pa lang siya magsiserve.
Correct.
So ngayon pa lang magro-rotate yan.
Yes. I think Coach Roger also got a little bit confused because...
Yeah, he acknowledged.
Yes, yes.
Coach Roger acknowledged his mistake. Because that's why now she's serving.
Correct.
It's a legal attack, says the referee.
Nakakalito talaga because Elaine came from the very back end of the court.
Yung mga player nga minsan, sila mismo nalilito sa pwesto nila.
That's true.
Oh, and unfortunately,
Ball is out.
the service error, not something that they need. Lalo na ngayon na naghahabol sila, dalawa pa rin ang abante ng water defenders with a 2 sets to love lead. Now, Sato again has that sharp serve.
They need
close
a good
to the net.
reception. They need a good reception now because they have 3 hitters in front. One being, of
Yeah.
course, the Myla Pablo, and she scores a point for the Lady Warriors.
Oh, ito,
Make-
tanong. Mamaya na yan. Ito
Ay.
muna. Julia, Charo, bakit ang ganda-ganda mo? How do you answer a
I
question
don't
like
know.
that?
What type of answer do I give? Maraming salamat po sa iyo. What took you so long? You're good at doing analysis.
My same question,
I
but
keep on telling everybody, it's not me, it's the people around me. They make me better even when it comes to being
no,
an
but what
analyst
took you so long daw? Kasi busy nga eh. She's been
No.
busy also with the PVR and all of that.
Yes.
Oh, what a attack by Sultanes. In the meantime, Ron, magaling.
19,
Miss kita mo pa ng paglaro. And rooting for the water defenders.
Yes, that was a good hit coming from Gretchen Soltones. She says, no, we want this done in 3.
But they're still giving a window for the Lady
But
Warriors.
we also want this to be very exciting for the
Oh,
fans.
why not?
So
Why not?
we want to keep the deficit at 1.
Yeah. Tiktikan dito in set number 3, lamang ng isa na lamang.
There's a new player in the court of the Lady Warriors, of course. One of my favorite, Miss Philka Inglet Cayetano.
It was a big factor in that last game, kaya alam masyadong malakas yung palo. Ni Urdas and really backed up yung block nitong si Cayetano.
That was too strong for Phil. She was there. It was a good touch, but she wasn't able to press over the net.
The net, yeah. And that's what also got missing dun sa palo nitong si Urdas in those years that she was recovering from her knee injury. Malabanan goes down the line, but it's wide. Uy! There's a check,
There's a ball
says
touch.
referee Yun.
Called on Pablo.
That will be a crucial call.
Kitang-kita daw niya. That's what he's saying. Let's look at it in the slow-mo. That's tough from our angle. That's tough to call. And this is where really now it's different when you're on TV.
Yes.
Charo, it's so different.
That was a tough call.
Tough call. At a tough time too. Let's listen to this timeout.
Kita mga katawad, pansin nyo, is 5 open. Wala tayong kombinasyon. Kabila, nakakapag-kombinasyon dahil service natin is malambot. Blocker naman natin, alam nyo na may papatong. Hindi ka rin gumagalaw. Sisi!
Down 3 and down 2 sets. And a crucial call there, which did not go to the favor of the Lady Warriors. Mabigat yan.
Mabigat talaga for them, but this is when they need to show their mental toughness. And of course, what we have been saying, the heart of a champion, the never say die attitude. And that starts with reception.
Which was really the problem since set number 1. Kasilag, digging. Serafica, setting. Kainglet, tinulak pa kabila. Nabor, sa likod kay Soltones. Kasilag will go back to Phil. Phil, cross court. Nabor for the 1-2. Phil saw it coming. Malabanan. Oh, and nobody home in the middle. A donut hole, and Malabanan gets the point.
Even with Myla Pablo being switched as an opposite player to stop or to rather block the outside hitter of the water defenders, hindi talaga nakayanan ng tandem ni Myla Pablo and Jeanette Panaga ang aggressiveness and power ni Jerry Lee Malabanan.
And that's again one of the things that she's really improved with her conditioning, her footwork, how she resets herself for the approach is so quick now as compared to before. Pero ito na,
23.
collapsing here are the Lady Warriors down 5, while the water defenders are 2 points away from a sweep.
Wala naman tayo panlaban eh. First ball natin, Sintonado. Ha? Pamula first set, second set, third set. Yan ang problem natin. First ball. Ano, wala nang fourth set yan. Kung yan ibibigay nyo. Ha? Habulin natin yan. Let's go!
23-18, you've been a coach here. You're in that situation.
It's
What else do you
possible.
say?
It's really still possible,
Of course,
but it
yeah.
has to come from them. Again, what's really hard about being a coach is you're outside talaga.
Wala kang magawa.
Medyo wala kang magagawa.
Ikaw meron, playing coach.
Yun ang maganda.
Ako na lang. Soltones delivering the serve. Seraphica underhands it. Pablo has been quiet. The joust. Seraphica will go back to the MVP. And the MVP delivering. At apat ang hinahabol. Kaya lang si Pablo, pupunta na yan sa likod. She will serve. So it will be up to Casilag, Panaga, and Cayetano up front.
It's interesting if we see Phil and Elaine, if they will switch or not.
Nice
Good
anticipation.
Well
It's
guarded.
an over-reception on the side of the water defenders.
23.
Inibigyan pa ng pagkakataong humabol dito.
Service, Pablo.
Dani Casilag. Malabanan. Look at that.
Down the
Look
line.
at that.
Labanan.
She's been going down the line since kanina pa, and it's been working for her. Knowing also that the shorter blocker,
Yeah,
Phil,
is there on her side.
yes.
Match point brings us to match point. Macy
Serving for the line.
will serve it out. Seraphica kay Panaga, butas dun sa likod. Smart set.
That's what we've been looking for coming from the Lady Warriors. They have to really activate their middles and make sure that the blockers of the other side will move. And that starts again with
Proper reception.
proper reception.
No room for error na dito para sa Lady Warriors. They have to play perfect volleyball for the next 3 points at least. Chelsea. And that will help. 3 points as we call it, cheap points. Service ace. Timeout, Coach Roger. Maniniguro.
Wala naman tayo eh. Relax lang, tandaan lang eh. Hindi naman tayo nag-ahabol sa set. Hindi rin tayo nag-ahabol sa score. Tina-target ka lang naman, itaas yun na ng dahan-dahan. Malakas yung dalawang nasa harap eh. Ha? Wala lang, kaya naman tayo oh. Can afford pa tayo pero hindi na natin paabutin. Isang puntos na lang tayo ha. Quick! Rest. Asan ba to? O, coverage si ano ha? Si Jerry Lee.
They're looking to side out just one more point
Or
for the water defenders, and he's giving the go signal for Jerry Lee Malabanan to hit it as strong as she can dahil aayusin nila ang kanilang coverage. Let's see here. Pero parang may connection sa harap.
parang nandun ba si Sato. Hindi natin malaman kung ano. It will be up to the board here. And she goes to her favorite middle attacker.
Ends the match.
And they get this.
25
Game
to
1
22.
of the finals of the Open Conference goes to the BaliPure Water Defenders.
Via a sweep, Charo. Did you expect this?
I did not. Honestly, I did not expect this to happen. I was waiting for actually a more interesting matchup between the two. But it's unfortunate coming from the side of the Pocari Lady Warriors that they did not have reception today. That was the one thing that was lacking. And
With the problem.
yes, nagkaroon siya ng malaking constraint talaga dahil hindi makapalo ang kanilang mga main attackers ng maayos.
25-22, 25-19, 25-22. The confirmation of that win mula po sa Lady or Water Defenders over the Lady Warriors. We'll take a break dito sa Phil Oil Flying V Center and we'll come right back to wrap this baby up.